Hello and welcome to part of Daxter. This time we are going to the bar, but before we do that we have to go look around the streets some more because we now have a new ride. Oh yeah. Now we can actually get across these little gaps of this, which means we can actually, go look through more of the main map of Haven City, which it's a very small part of it, but still. Now there are some problems with the fact this can't destroy any, breakables with that bottle there, which makes no fucking sense, but whatever. We just get out of our ride and use our normal weapon of meleeing to break any bottles or other breakables around the place. The whole point is to look around and grab any precursor orbs that are around here that we can get currently, which there are a few. We can get over 10 precursor orbs right now with exploring around for a bit. So yeah, this whole map, if you really take the time to explore around, you can find a good bit of precursor orbs around here, but otherwise, there's not much around here, huh? Not even any pedestrians, which is great. None of these guys up there are even going to annoy us. There are no pedestrians that will ever get in our way here, which is great. It doesn't feel that empty, too, around here, because of the ships flying above us. That being said, much like the map in Jak 2, there is not much that goes on here. However, there is one precursor I can get right here by making a jump, which, not an easy jump, but I can still make it anyway. And there are a few precursor hubs around here that we could get, but we can't right now. Not yet, at least. There's something that we have to get first before we can actually manage that. Well, there we go. Got 10 now. Let's go ahead and begin our mission at the bar.
Dry your tears, gorgeous. I have returned.
Well, Bug Boy, I see that you're still breathing.
Alive and kicking. Kicking butt, that is.
Yeah, great. Well, you might as well have this. It's a little modification for that sprayer pack.
Sweet! What's it do?
Pressure boost. Try it out. Oh, this should be amusing.
Oh, I can handle the pressure, baby. Ah!
I actually hadn't thought of that. Oh, by the way, it only lasts a few seconds.
Just keep the drinks on ice, baby. I'll be back before you know it.
And there you go. We now have the ability I was talking about, which is we can now glide about with this gun of ours. We can hover. Now, it is limited to a bit of the power that we have, and we do have limited power, by the way, so don't get cocky of this. But it is useful, and we'll be needing it to actually maneuver around and do some platforming. So, yeah, they utilize the hovering a lot in this, which is nice. They're actually utilizing the abilities you get quite a bit in the game. So before we begin talking to the bartender here, let's look around, break some stuff, get some precursor ores. Got 50 to get, and we've got 35 metalhead gems to get as well. And we can get all of these by basically breaking a whole bunch of crap around here on these little doors. And also, if we go where the entrance is and realize we can climb the sides of it, which we can actually get to the top. And then we just have to, glide across some platforms on the lightings and such in order to get a few more precursor orbs. That should bring us to a total of 5 precursor orbs. So, yeah, good stuff. So now it's time to see what the problem is right now. Oh, 6, I mean, sorry. Let's see what's going on around here in the bar.
Daxter, never thought I'd actually be glad to see you. Anyway, I've lost pressure at the taps and the valves need to be reset. Trouble is, nobody's been down there in months. I know you don't need any more motivation than that.
And there you go, that's the bartender. So don't worry, we'll hear from her again. In fact, she got some dialogue down below, but right now, we are going inside the brewery to essentially just, check out what's going on, and yeah, it's new metalheads. I mean, yeah, it's these guys again, but we do have a new kind of metalhead around here, who is going to be kind of annoying to start off with, but afterwards, it becomes pretty simple and, easy to deal with, honestly. There are these crab enemies around here, and they will shoot at you at a distance, but they will keep their distance from you for the most part. All you have to do is get them to a wall, and then just beat the crap out of them. That's it. Nothing else to it. Also, there is a precursor orb off one of these things, so yeah, break every single ball you find. So yeah, they're annoying, but you can handle them. However, we can actually use our spray on a flame source to actually ignite it into a flamethrower. Because that's basically what our gun is. That's basically what our weapon is right now. It's a bug spray, but really it's a flamethrower. Especially when you got fire to deal with. And it can actually be used as a pretty good weapon, the flame part, because it does a lot of damage and will be useful every now and then. However, we won't be using it much. I mean, it does a lot, but we have limited, and I mean limited, fucking gas with our gun here. Unfortunately, our spray can only be used so much, and unfortunately, it's a bit too low to even be that useful. We need to spray a lot more for gliding, so yeah, get used to getting up close and personal with these guys, because that's going to be your best choice of action with most of the enemies in this game. Anyway, I'm gonna just crawl around now and get over to the next part of the area, because we are going to be doing a whole lot more gliding. As also, as you can see, they are like spider creatures. So I guess these are the spiders from like upgraded spiders, even though smaller, from back in Spider Caves, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, the fire puzzles here, a little annoying considering how limited we have it, but you can still manage it. But now we also have the hovering with the fire. They give us extra boost, so they'll put us up in the air a bit more. And we'll be needing that. We will also be needing the fire for an item that we have to free up, which is going to be interesting to get. So first of all, a good trail there to get that precursor orb. Fight these guys, take care of them. Again, the slam attack pretty much takes care of all these enemies in one hit, so pretty simple stuff. Got that precursor orb there. Now go back and get a fire going on, and then try to hover your fire spray into the web here, like so. Now you can grab this item. Now, this would require some backtracking, but you actually can complete this level without needing backtracking at all, really. So, you know, just look around and get all the stuff. And yeah, now it's time for this. This is where things get awkward, because you're supposed to follow the trail, but then you kind of get stuck there, and then you kind of fall to your death. And the checkpoint is back here, so unfortunately if we die further into this little hallway here, we do come back to that web wall. So that's a bit shit, but this is to be expected, honestly, because it's not as bad as Jak 2, but it's still gonna pull some Jak 2 shit on us. Also, yeah, trying to move around with the spray can be a little annoying. It requires some pretty good aim, so unfortunately I don't have that. But whatever, I still do manage fine with this. And now it's time to just get through the place without having to worry about precursor orbs for a bit. You go through the metalhead gems though, so take care of all these small enemies around here and grab all of you that you can from them. Once you get over to this area, this is where you need to actually notice how high you have to spray and then just get the right height going. Before you go forward, look behind you for a precursor orb right over here. And then continue on and fight more of those spider fucking flame shooting bastards. Be careful of their shots, because when they're in a group and they're distant, at least one of them is, and you're attacking a whole bunch of others, yeah, they're gonna be shooting at you, and they can be a bit annoying if you let them actually have their way. Also, there's a bit of health up here if you need it. Okay, so this area. Obviously, as you can tell, there is a whole bunch of gas here. So what do? Well, outside of breaking some more stuff, you need to bring some fire in. Luckily, the fire is right over here. However, now you have to get across... Oh, don't forget that. Now you have to get across this. This guy here is a little annoying, but much like the snake guys that appear in the holes, you just hit the gas to stun it. And you have to stun it, because if you don't, it will attack you pretty well up close, and it does a good amount of damage. And it won't stop. Also, these can't be broken because their physics don't exist, and they're kind of weird. Same with this, you kind of just walk through it. And also, if you are stupid enough, I believe you can actually walk through the wall on that spot. Don't do that. Anyway, for this bit, take care of the spiders on the wall, because that's also going to be a thing. Just takes 2 hits. And jump off, spray back to the thing, and then grab these 3 beneath the pipes. Then climb up, all the way up, and look behind you for another item right behind you, for that little mini game. Grab that. Alright, so now it's time to take care of another enemy. So remember, spray and then attack. And then just keep doing that, and eventually you'll make it through. This one's all about timing. Just wait a bit for the gas to stop, and then move. And yeah, don't get caught on this one. When you get about halfway through, jump and then spray. There you go. Okay, keep going. Another one of these guys, same deal as before. And do a bit of a spraying over here. Time yourself well, or else you will die. And yeah. Then just try to get past this gas. That bottom one will always keep spraying. Just jump over it. Same with this one right over here. It's all down to timing. There's some health there if you need it. And yeah, just keep going around. Keep looking for stuff. Keep breaking things, because you never know. And then over here will be a duo. The guys that will shoot the crap at you, and those guys who will do a lot of damage up close. It can be a little annoying, but just get used to how both of them work, and you'll make it feel like a Mega Man thing. Alright, now for this. This is a bit of a long distance and does require the timing of getting through the gas, but you should be fine if you got a full tank. Like so. Okay, now it's time for this bit. Notice how you have to grab on, well, not really grab on, but notice how there's some stuff right above you. Yeah, take note on that, because it's going to come a little bit into play soon. But yeah, now you have to come around all across this gas to get to these precursor orbs. 39. You should be nearly done now, in fact, with getting all the stuff. Go downward, take care of the enemies. It's only 1. Take care of the precursor up here by just jumping and gassing from up there. That's 40, only 10 left. For these 2, just jump across and then, you know, do your normal thing. So now you have to duck around here. This is what that whole little platform I told you about comes into play, because, yeah, it's not just ducking over the freaking logs. You have to duck a good bit. But if you go over to the side here, you can actually jump across up there. Which is not what the developers intended, but you can do that anyway, so there you go. And then just gas across. Don't miss the gas, but be careful of the freaking precursor orbs. And make it across, and there you go. I usually screw up there, but for this recording, I got that done in my first go for the recording. Pretty damn well, which surprised me, considering I was doing bad on the other stuff, which I did actually get done on my first go, the other stuff. Before in practice. So, yeah, this is how backwards things can get for recordings. And we're nearly done now, because just across from here, we're nearly at the exit of this level. I'm not joking. So, break open the web and then move on forward, because guess what? It's the last two enemies with the gems. Take care of both of them. They are the same enemy, these big guys. And boom, you got 35 gems out of 35. The exit is just above, so get ready for a whole lot more platforming. But no more enemies, at least. So, now it's time to get used to the fire, because you're going to need it in order to boost across. So you need to do this. Every time you get that boost going, just hit the fire and then go upwards. However, do not move left or right, because then you kind of make it hard on yourself and you'll miss. Just keep straight until you hit the fire, then move. Alright, continue on forward, and eventually you should be able to get to the top no problem. Yeah. Duck across from over here. There's nothing over there, by the way. Duck across all the way through this little tunnel here. And you'll be at a little area where there are a few more precursor orbs around here. Grab them. And then you'll go to another tunnel, which will take you to where the problem is, essentially. Because the brewery is apparently clogged up and it needs some, you know, restoring. So how do you do that? By playing a minigame. By playing a do a Simon Says minigame, essentially, where you press the right buttons, and if you mess up once, you basically fail instantly, have to do it all over again. Yeah, it's basically that whack-a-mole game, essentially, but it's a bit less forgiving. So notice when it does that, and just press the right buttons. If it takes too long, you press the wrong button, you fail. You do get unique dialogue from that chick, though, if you do fail, which I will show off, so...
Be careful, Daxter. Opening a valve at the wrong time will cause the whole machine to overheat. Wait until the red light flashes to press the button.
There you go. Now, we can actually continue on and actually do the thing, right? Well, no, she has something else to say if you fail again, which I do end up failing again, so...
Don't let the pressure get too high. To prevent the machine from overheating, press the matching button as soon as you see the red light flash.
Now I believe she isn't going to say anything new. So let's actually complete this. So, basically all you have to do is just go through this little mini game. It'll get to points where it's just like it'll do this, where it's gonna, you know, randomize on how much it's gonna be, but it'll always be in this sort of movement of like 3s and 4s, and then eventually it's going to blink all of them up. So just press all the buttons at that point, and you should be done.
Friend, back in business.
There you go. Right, fall down, and then you'll find another item, as well as another precursor orb. And another one. And another one. Now, where's the final precursor orb? Did we miss it? No. There's a little bit more area before we get straight back to the very entrance. All we have to do is, you know, go up here and then climb this wall here all the way up. However, if you jump across at a certain point, like so, there's your final orb. And there you go, we have 100% the brewery, we have 100% the bar. So, time to get a reward by talking to the bar lady and see what she has to say to us. See? 100%. Done and done.
Say, there was a worker in here a minute ago from the transit system down the street. Said there were some bugs chewing through electrical wires. Be careful, though. He looked like he needed a drink.
I'm not surprised she drinks on the job, considering what this world is like, what Haven City, you know, has done to people. I'm not surprised she would drink. Anyway, we are done there, but yeah, we have to go to this area next time. But we're not going to right now because we now have this ability. And the thing is, not only can we get a few more precursors around the map, we can actually go back to the hotel and 100% that as well. Yeah, I'm not doing backtracking at like the last part of this Let's Play. I will get shit done. However, for this little path here, which now exists all of a sudden, we have to go a little bit downwards and then time ourselves correctly to actually get across. And then time ourselves correctly to get these precursor orbs, which, yeah, as you can see, is a little painful. But yeah, just get it done correctly, and you'll get both of them. And that'll bring our total here to 12. And by the way, I do need the gas to actually get across back through the gap, so... Now, you can actually get this without the need of a certain other ability, but it requires a bit of luck and hitting at just the right time and the right spot. But there you go, it's 13. And over here, if you jump up this platform and then just, you know, start gliding as soon as you're under the bridge, get over to this balcony here and you'll get like a precursor-shaped bunch of precursors for 24 orbs. Now it's time for the hotel. So, first of all was that little bit of platform there that we couldn't get to before, which we can now by using the gas. Next up, we have to get across this gap that we couldn't get to before, where our remaining 2 enemies are, in fact. Take care of them, and that is all the metalhead gems for the hotel. Get the precursor orbs around here. There's, they're pretty much right inside this door, I believe. As well as, I believe, an item, which is the potion. Yeah, right over there. Okay, so here's the thing. Getting back over is a pain in the ass because, unfortunately, even though we grabbed on the way over to here, Daxter does not grab on the way back. So, if you don't get this just right on this gap here, you are going to fucking die. Same thing as before when we got to those 2 orbits back in the main map. Jump a little bit lower and then gas. Now as for this, you require some luck if you have only this gas, but make a good jump here, gas and grab. Over here is a secret little bonus. Break this pane of precursor orb, and we got a secret. I believe... Okay, so... I believe that... Yeah. Completing the mini games, I think, gives you a code. And completing, like, finding these things gives you this mask. I might be getting that backwards. But this website code here is for a website that's now defunct. But you can still actually access because someone kept it alive. Which is great. And it still works. Except you can't get any items from it, really. It's still kind of broken. But I will show it off at the end of the Let's Play, though. Just to show off a little bit of what you could have gotten. Oh, and also, back at the very near end, get across this gap and get your final orb. That's the hotel done and dusted. That's 2 levels done in 1 part. I know. Same as last part, huh? But, yeah, that's gonna do it for this part. Next time, we'll be going over to this area, in which we are going to be going through a very fun level. I'll see you then.